I wanted to make sure that I provided a quick update to the last coin roll that I opened on this channel because the seller did go through and refund me without any issue. So I wanted to make sure that I gave credit where credit is due. But at the same time, I do want to bring up something that might be interesting to consider. Now, I'm not trying to accuse this seller of anything. And again, like I said in my last video, do not send them any harassment whatsoever. That would be extremely immature and just irresponsible behavior. But what I do think is important to consider is that if somebody were to be crafting fake rolls, they could probably easily keep their ratings on eBay pretty high by just refunding anyone who had issues with the roll. And then let's say, for example, 1 out of 3 people are like me and realize that the roll is fake, and then they go and try to return it. They could still be making money if their profit margin was 100%, for example, which would be very easy because the value of the coins in that roll was only around a quarter of what I actually paid for it. So it's just important to consider that even though I was able to get a refund here, it doesn't mean that there aren't sellers out there who refund people like myself who are aware of the scam in order to just keep their ratings high and then lure in new people who aren't aware of it, because preying on naive people is how a lot of scams out there do work. So that's just something to keep in mind. I guess you could say that for somebody who is well enough informed, there's no harm or no foul is done, because you could just get a refund if you realize it was a scam, and then you don't really have to pay even for the shipping. Like in this case, the seller actually paid to have the shipping label printed out at USPS for me, so I literally lost $0 from this whole transaction. The only thing I lost was my time. If you bought this as a gift for somebody, that would be a shame, especially if you waited too long to return it and then they just had to keep it. That would definitely be a sad case. But other than that, you could definitely say that there's not really any harm being done as long as you do your own due diligence when buying something like this. But at the same time, the point of this video is just to show that somebody with high ratings could be using a certain trick in order to keep their ratings high and still actually be making money, even if you don't believe it'd be possible. So just keep in mind that, unfortunately, even though it sounds very negative, a lot of times the worst case scenario is the reality of a situation, and that's about it.